Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Rorschach's Comics. Sorry it's been so long since the last video. Been really busy, some things going on here, but we're going to get right into it today. Today is just going to be kind of a short review. This is going to be a continuation of the War of the Bounty Hunter series. We're going to be looking at issues 1 and 2 very briefly. So just to circle back, as you guys know in the last video on this series, the book we looked at was War of the Bounty Hunters, book Alpha, which it takes place after Boba Fett has taken possession of Han Solo frozen in carbonite, and just how Han Solo ends up getting stolen from him in that series, and how Boba's now going to go find him again. So issue 1, it picks up right where Alpha left off. Boba's running around trying to find him, trying to find Han Solo, and Jabba is quite upset with young Mr. Fett for losing his prize, and so now there's a bounty out for both Han Solo and Boba Fett, because, you know, Jabba wants to know what the heck happened. So now Boba, he's got to fight with the other bounty hunters who are going after not only Han, but also himself. It's revealed in issue 1 that the people that stole Han from him were members of a resurrected Crimson Dawn organization led by Kira, who, if you guys have seen the Solo movie, Kira is a childhood sweetheart who he tries to free and escape with, and she ends up, being the third hand, something like that. Well, anyway, she ends up taking over the organization after the death of the main antagonist, and that reports directly to Darth Maul. Well, and as I thought when I was reading the story, I'm like, oh, okay, they were childhood best friends. She must be taking him to free him. Oh no, she's going to auction him off to the highest bidder. So she ends up inviting all the leaders of all the major crime syndicates to her starship, and she's going to have this big party and a bidding war to see who gets Han Solo, because he's pissed off everybody in the universe pretty much. So the series goes on, and we're seeing most of the characters from the tie-in books. Boba Fett briefly gets captured by Bosk, who he then dismembers and gets away from him. Of course, Bosk survives, and he's Trandoshan, so his limbs just regenerate. And actually, I forgot to mention earlier in the book, he runs into Zuckuss and Forlom, who had invaded the sanctity of the Slave One, and Zuckuss ends up getting killed, and he decapitates Forlom, who of course is a droid, and uses his processors and whatnot to figure out who had hired them and what's going on. He goes back to Tatooine to confront Jabba to his face. Of course, Jabba's not there because he's on his way with all the other Hutts to this big hunky-dory meeting thing. And getting back to the party, Boba Fett goes in disguise. He meets up with Dr. Aphra, who ends up enlisting her and her partner's help, whose name I don't know because I'm not keeping up with that series. And, of course, Dr. Aphra thinks he's actually a former clone soldier who's just, doing whatever. And he's like, I'm no clone, blah, 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 blah. And so he's trying to get a distraction going so he can snag Han Solo. And lo and behold, who shows up to stop the bidding and lay claim to Han himself? Darth Vader. So where's book 3 is going to go? I think it's going to go good places. So far, the series has been quite interesting. I have not been keeping up with any of the tie-in books. If I get those, I'll probably just wait till... I'm sure they'll do a collection in a trade form, so I'll probably just get that when it comes out. But other than that, it's really good. I do recommend it, so we will keep track of it and see where it goes. For future videos, I managed to pick up G.I. Joe Master and Apprentice, both 1 and 2. I'm currently reading through those, so we'll have a video out on that here soon too. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe for more. Hit the little bell so you get notified when our next video comes out. And as you can see, the wall of glory grows. And actually, hopefully here in a couple weeks, I'll have something really nice to add up there that I'll show you guys. So, alright, with that, have a good day. Bye.